So first I have Candy Barnhill. And we'll have about 3 minutes to speak. And you can come up and sit right there and address the commission.
I'm Candy Barnhill. I live at 947 Cypress Point Loop.
And if you could speak up, some of the people can't hear you in the back.
So I attended the September 5 City Council meeting where both Michael Black and Mike Gardner spoke. And I would request that there be a clarification. All during his presentation, Mr. Black spoke about that the Ashland Parks and Recreation Commission is reorganizing to better serve the whole senior community. But I believe when Mr. Gardner spoke, and I've listened to the meeting minutes, that he had said that maintaining services at the senior center is for the good of the city. And so at some point in time, if a clarification could just be named senior center or for the good of the city. And then my other question is, Mr. Black also spoke several times about having transparency and open meetings and advertised to the public. And then there was also a statement made that the meetings would be advertised if they were appropriate. And having followed the current contentious situation, it seems like some individuals were not informed, and if there could just be a clarification again for if all meetings will be advertised to the general public and meeting notes for upcoming meetings posted at the senior program, or if meetings will be advertised if appropriate. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And next I have Marilyn Clark.
Can I address it from here?
Sure.
Well, Mr. Black, how are you tonight?
That's Mr. Black right there.
How are you?
It's all right. I'm fine. It's all right.
We're good, it's fine.
I'm right here.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I would like to know what your qualification, first of all, how old are you?
This
is not a dialogue.
Can you repeat what?
Yeah, so I just, Marilyn, so we're not going to have a dialogue with you, but we're interested to hear what you have to say. So it's not necessarily relevant how old the director is.
Well, I think it's relevant. I think it's very relevant. Isn't he making judgments or opinions or whatever on seniors? Isn't he? Well,
I think we all are. You know, I mean, I guess, did you understand what I was saying earlier? That this is a time for us to listen to hear what you have to say. It's not, you know, we're not on the witness stand here to be questioned. So I'm more than happy to give you some time to let us know what it is that you want us to know.
I just want to know what job Mr. Black has and what is his qualification for it, that's all.
Okay.
That's not isn't that an appropriate question?
Except I said we're not going to have dialogue on it. So, I mean, if you want to send him a letter and ask him what his qualifications are, I'm sure he'll answer.
Don't ask me anymore.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
So I was just going to touch on the senior program subcommittee. We haven't had any meetings, but we do have the applications for the people who wanted to be involved in the ad hoc committee.
Mm-hmm.
We asked people to turn those in by the 15th. That's passed, so we're reviewing those. We will talk about those offline, obviously, and then we will be putting together a proposal for the makeup of the ad hoc committee as far as professionals versus at-large members. And you know, we'll talk about the schedule on that, but it's probably coming up pretty soon. Yes.
Do you have anything to say about a facilitator?
Oh yeah. So I have we've talked kind of offline, and I've talked with staff, and we feel like a facilitator would be appropriate for the ad hoc subcommittee for a number of different reasons, and we want to make sure it's as successful as possible, and having a facilitator run the process, I think will get closer to that. I think it'll be a good thing. So I think we're pretty much resigned to the fact that a facilitator is the right thing to do. I have talked to one who I think is very well qualified, and I actually have a proposal from that person. And we will be discussing that on an administrative level, and then also making a recommendation as far as the policy goes. But it would really be a contract for personnel services. It's not a large contract by any means, but it certainly, I think, would be worth it. And I'd rather not say who it is right now, just in case anybody else wants to throw their hat in the ring. So.
And we're still looking at starting the ad hoc committee in October. Hopefully
We are, yeah.
Beginning of October.
And I think the first meeting, one of the first things we'll do is discuss with the ad hoc committee the schedule of how to proceed, and then decide from there how often we're meeting, the frequencies, and how many meetings, and when the public input sessions come into it, and those types of things. So I'm excited. We're excited to get going on it, and excited to have the possibility of a facilitator that I think will really help the process a lot. So.
Did you want to talk about trail master plan?